Nicco is holding me at gunpoint. Nicco, why do you have a gun on me?
Because you asked me for it.
That's true.
Folks, that's right. Everyone is asking for this episode of the Crubcast. Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between and outside. My name is All Hell Buckets. I'm here with Chris Mykonos fan.
Hi, that's me. I just fixed their video thing. What's up with that? Hope no one saw that.
I'm here with Sean Wolf Chaos-on.
My grandma is also someone who put a gun to my head to make sure I did this video because she wanted it really, really badly.
Yep, we hired her. And Trav. And finally, we're here with Trav Guy. That Trav Guy. Trav?
I would have hired Sean's grandma, but I couldn't.
Right,
she's expensive.
Well, he couldn't because she was on another job and it was for me.
Yeah. She's very loyal.
Anyway, today, folks, we are here. We have a little treat for you. We haven't done a little game in a while, and I figured it was a good time to do a little game.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're doing Crub's Overrated or Underrated. That's right. I've compiled a list of 20 items, at which point I put out a survey in our Discord, which you can access at crub.org/join. Crub.org for absolutely everything. You'll hear more about that perhaps a little bit later.
Maybe.
And we got 22 responses, and we are here. You guys are going to guess if the audience said these things are overrated or underrated. 22 responses means the possibility for a 50-50 is there. But ultimately, would you guys like me to explain the rules now?
Yes.
No, but I think you should.
Actually, you should explain it at the end of the show.
End of the video, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I will go ahead and explain the rules really quickly. So,
Okay.
You guys are going to go around and guess whether you think the audience said these things are overrated or underrated. You're also going to give me a percent split that you think it is.
Okay.
You get a point for being correct on the overrated or underrated portion. And you also get a point for being the closest to the actual distribution that we have.
Okay.
There is another section in this, but I will explain the rules to that as we get there. The third and final rule, and this rule is across the whole quiz, is that if you get the split exactly right, you get one extra point.
Okay.
So
this is like a litmus test for how well we know our audience.
Is this like Split the Room from the hit game Jackbox?
Yes.
Could be, actually. Yeah, it might be. They might have... comment below if you would like us to play Split the Room from the hit game Jackbox on twitch.tv/crub_official.
Gosh.
Damn.
And with that out of the way, folks, how are you guys?
I was going to ask, do we have to tally our own points, right?
Yeah, tally your own points. I'm going to try my best to keep track as well, but...
You can trust me.
You should not trust me.
If
Mr. Electric?
You guys... Mr. Electric, kill him. If you guys, look, it's the honor system at the end of the day. Whatever you can sleep with at night, go for it.
I can't sleep.
I don't know how to sleep. I was pulled an all-nighter and then slept 16 hours.
Nice.
Yesterday?
Yeah. I slept all of yesterday, dude.
Hours. Wow.
Sounds awesome.
I wish
powerful.
I could do that, man. I've slept 12 hours before. But never 16. That's awesome. I wish
that's
I could
underrated.
sleep for 16 hours.
Aha.
That is underrated. Well, speaking of overrated or underrated, fellas, first of all, how are we feeling going into this? Chris, do you think you're going to win?
I have anxiety.
All right.
So maybe we'll see how it channels.
That's a good short right there. Just like, Chris, do you think you're going to win?
Now it's an even better short. Now that you called it out.
Now that you called it out, actually make that short.
I'm calling it out to edit. Whatever. Sean, what are your chances of winning?
7.
7? All right. That's pretty good.
Out of 10?
I don't know. Just 7.
Okay. Yeah. Sean is a no denominator type of guy.
No, denominators are pretty dumb.
I think that Sean is pretty fluid with his denominators. Yeah. Trav, how you feeling? What are your odds of winning?
Roll a d20.
Oh, I have one actually.
It's 3.
3.
It's 3.
I was going to bring out mine.
Well, Trav did roll a d20, so Trav has a denominator. Unlike our undenominated friend Sean and our non-numeric friend Chris.
Anxiety.
So, folks, without further ado, should we get started with this thing? How are you guys
Yes.
feeling? Yeah, we're good.
I'm
okay.
here. Let's go.
I'm afraid.
Okay, we're starting off with the first one, and Trav, we're going to start with you. The first one, you guys all knew. This is just a warm-up question. This is obligatory. It is what it is.
Okay.
Nickelback, folks. We have Nickelback. Trav, what do you think the audience... well, first of all, what do you think of Nickelback, Trav? Overrated, underrated?
Rated.
Okay. All right. And
That's
what
fair.
do you think
Do I have
the
to pick one,
audience...
or can I say like in between?
What do you think the audience says? That is the real...
They're probably gonna say, you know what? I'm giving benefit of the doubt. I think they're gonna say underrated.
All right. All right. So
Okay.
Trav says underrated, and what percentage
Do I
you
have
think
to
says...
write down that I wrote down underrated, or just the score that I get?
Just a score.
Just tally up your score.
Okay.
Yeah, and what number do you think it is, Trav? What percent do you think said underrated?
Percent? Oh. 60.
All right. Trav
Okay.
says 60. Chris, we'll go to you next. I should have come to you first. Nickelback. Do you
Yeah,
think they're
Trav.
overrated or underrated?
This is a tough one because the Nickelback public opinion, I think, has swayed like a pendulum over time. And I don't know where we're at right now. I feel like sometimes it's fun to hate Nickelback, and sometimes people are like, nah, man, they're cool. Screw you guys. So I'm going to
Right.
say underrated. And help me out here. 40% would be 40% of the audience said they're underrated, right? We're not doing like the scale of underrated. That is just the audience. Okay.
40%. I mean, it
And-
adds up to 100. They
Yeah.
only had two options. The only options
Right.
were overrated and underrated.
And I can't. Can I steal Trav's answer? That'd be fun.
No, you cannot steal Trav's answer.
Gosh.
Just say
I'm going to
like
say
61.
67%.
Okay.
All right. All right. And Sean, last
Fun
but
fact.
not least.
Nickelback was the first concert I ever went to back in 2006.
Real.
Saw them with Bon Jovi. Very weird time. But anyway,
That's weird.
it is weird. Not at all my style of music, but my parents wanted to go. I'm gonna go with underrated because I feel like they're having that swing that Creed had. Because for a while, Creed was pretty cringe to a lot of people. They're dumb. But now we're seeing like the Creed uprising. I feel like Nickelback is close to having that, especially with like, their older albums. I'm gonna
Creed
go
Uprising.
Creed Uprising, baby. But I think that it's gonna be pretty close. I'm gonna go with 52% said underrated.
All right. Folks,
We're smacking in the same range here, is what I'm hearing.
yeah, I have my would you like to hear the results? Or
No.
would you like to wait until the end?
No, see, do it now.
No, I think now is the best
Yeah,
time.
of course. Okay.
Yeah.
Trav, you said underrated. Chris, everyone said underrated. And you
Yep.
are all correct, so you all get 1 point.
Yeah.
Trav was the closest
Oh.
with so Trav said 60, and it is 63.6.
Ooh.
Actually, no, I
Yeah,
lied.
Chris would be closer.
Chris is closest by 0.1. I did my math wrong. Chris is closest by 0.1.
Yeah.
So
Good
Chris,
job.
congratulations on your 2 points.
What was the number?
It was 63.6.
Goodness
60.
gracious.
You're closer by like
Whew.
0.1.
Yeah,
Okay.
if it had been
We don't-
63.4, Trav would have gotten.
I'm not putting any points into this stuff. No,
Good thing
we're
I
getting-
deliberately
even-
swerved the funny number and went down 2 points then.
Yeah,
Gosh.
honestly,
Yeah.
It's the way to go.
it's the way to go. All right, folks, moving on to the next one.
What we got?
Now we're starting to get into some gaming. Elden Ring. Elden Ring is the next one.
Ooh.
Never heard of it.
So Chris, you are up first for this one.
Ah, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, I'm rotating who starts first. Chris,
I'm-
you're up first.
I'm
Overrated,
looking
underrated.
at our Twitch chat here. Are these people who would like Elden
Hey.
Ring or not get it? I'm going to
That's
say
the thing.
No cheating. No cheating.
I don't
no,
think that's what he
How are we
meant.
gonna cheat?
no one said their answers. I was just like, are these people nerds or are they jocks?
Mhm,
I think these
right.
people would find Elden Ring overrated,
Mm-hmm.
which I think by default means I have to say at least 50%. So I'm gonna say 52% said overrated
All right.
because I feel like
Sean?
it was close.
Oh, sorry.
Mm.
All right. Chris thinks it's close. Sean, overrated, underrated, Elden Ring.
What I think people voted is going to be overrated. It's Elden Ring is a top 20 game for me of all time. So that hurts to say, but I feel like that. I'm gonna go 72% said overrated. Yeah, I'll say 72%.
All right. And Trav, last but not least, Elden Ring. I mean, where do you stand on this?
I think I'm in a similar boat, but I'm going to raise it up a bit. I'm going to say, just with how the internet is, that a large amount said overrated. I'm going to go 80%.
We do have
All
the
right.
principle of being like a year or so out of the game, and everyone's like, "Oh, it was overrated. You know, it wasn't that good."
Yeah.
Actually,
also,
it was the worst
not
thing I've
every-
ever played.
And also the DLC.
That's
Not a lot
about
of
it.
people.
See ya.
Not a lot of people vibe with the DLC that I've actually no. That's more so the story-driven people, and
Mhm.
I will argue with them. But anyway,
Right. So, folks, I have some good news.
okay.
You were all correct once again. Everyone said overrated.
Yay!
Now, Chris, you said 52, so you thought it was close. Sean and Trav did not agree with you.
Yeah.
And Chris, you are unfortunately incorrect.
Huh?
Sean, you are also incorrect.
What?
Trav, you get 2 points because the split was 81.8%
Dang.
overrated.
Our audience hates Souls likes. Damn.
Jeez.
No, it's not hate. It's just they think it's overrated.
Elden Ring.
They
Like
hate it.
the thing is, like a lot of non-Souls players got into Elden Ring at one time, and whenever a lot of people do any one thing at one time, everyone calls it overrated. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is.
Remember
what it
Undertale?
is.
Actually, Undertale. That's a different
Chris?
story. Anyway.
I have a question.
Yes,
was there a
sir.
forum where people could elaborate on their thoughts, or was it
No.
strictly data?
Strictly data.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I was
I'm
curious to
looking at-
dissect if there was the ability to on this one.
I'm looking at pie charts.
That's
Yeah,
all that matters
I'm
to
looking
me.
at literal pie charts.
Works for me.
Numbers
Uh,
of pie.
Yeah. All right, folks. Moving on to the next one.
Mhm.
Okay.
Kojima.
Oh, this is a good one.
Hideo
really good one.
Kojima and Sean. We're starting with you.
You slut.
I love Kajumbo.
Oh my gosh. Do I think they'd say, oh my gosh? I really don't know.
You just laughed to the same cadence as the opening to the castle theme from Mario 3. That was cool. I liked that.
Neat.
LOL.
I'm gonna say, oh gosh. I'm gonna say underrated, barely. I'm gonna go 54% underrated.
All right. And Trav, you're up next.
What the
What do
fuck?
you Kojima? We're going.
Oh,
It goes. It goes. Trav, Chris, Sean.
Swear jar.
That's
Swear
the
jar.
order.
That's right. I knew that.
Oh man.
So I love Kajumbo, but I won't lie. I know a lot of people think it's overrated. They see Death Stranding and just go, "This is just some guy just slopping about with their pants full of eyeballs." But
Mhm.
you know,
That's
I
Elden Ring
want to
too.
think better from our audience, but I don't. So I'm gonna say 80% said overrated.
Ooh, okay.
Mhm. All right, and last but not least, Chris.
Mm,
Where are we at on Kojima? Where do you stand on Kojima?
Chris Michael knows fan. What are we doing?
I
Michael
personally
knows.
think he is appropriately rated. I just think the
Right.
people who don't like him are very, very loud.
Yeah.
Amen to that, sister.
To the
Valid.
extent that I would expect the responses to this to be overrated, because I feel like he's just been such a persistent figure in gaming
Mm.
that forever, that if you're not a lover, your immediate thought is like, man, I never stop hearing about that guy. So overrated,
Mhm.
64%. Nintendo.
All right.
All right.
All right. I have to do some math here.
Furious Kajumbo.
Kojumbo. He just sound like
no,
Hugh
no,
Neutron.
I lied.
Well,
I
now
don't have to.
Kojumbo.
I loved Kajumbo, kids.
Wait,
Back in
gosh.
my day, we couldn't get enough of them.
I don't
Troy
like
Baker's looking at man's face.
Jimmy Neutron. Jimmy Neutron should have just been Kojima the entire time.
I
He
just
might be.
can't stop thinking about it, Jimbo. Brings me back.
It brings me back.
That's terrible.
Okay. Sorry,
Okay.
I actually have to do some math here.
How
Okay.
dare you?
Better eat than
Okay.
I
me.
believe this.
So,
Okay.
Sean, you said
Underrated.
underrated,
Mhm.
and you are not correct. So,
Okay.
Chris and Trav, you guys get points. Now,
I love points.
you guys did it again where you split the number evenly, and it has been decided by mere decimals.
Oh.
So, Chris said 64, and
Mhm.
Trav said 72, or Trav said 80.
80.
The
yeah.
real number is 72.7, making
Oh,
Trav
shit.
the extra point.
Damn.
Wait, so I get 2 points?
Yes, 2 points. So as of right now, I have the point totals at 5 for Trav,
Correct.
4 for Chris, and 2 for Sean.
Yep.
So Sean, you got it. You got to start getting on
You'll
there,
get there,
buddy. What are
sweetie.
you
Look,
doing?
it's fine. It's all good. Look, it's all good. I don't know numbers. Numbers don't exist to me. They're dumb.
Right.
Never hire this man as an accountant.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You'll get money somehow.
Right.
I mean, that sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
That's not a
sounds
bad
good to
pitch.
me.
You'll get money
Gosh.
somehow. It's like, all right.
Yeah. You'll
It's
get
better
money
than none.
somehow.
I have a hot. Yeah. I have a. Never mind. I'm not going to say my job.
Okay. And next up.
Next.
So Sean, you just went first. So
Yep.
Trav is up next. Trav, your prompt is the GameCube controller. Overrated or underrated?
Oh. You know, with our audience, that's kind of tough.
Yeah, don't worry. These actually
I
get
don't know.
easier as the game goes on.
I'm going to say
So
overrated, but not by a lot. I'm going to say overrated by 65%.
mhm. Alrighty. And next up is Chris.
Just for the sake of us not all answering the same, I'm going to say underrated 48%. Though I think I agree with Trav.
17 shots, no 30.
Wait, underrated 48? So you think it's overrated?
I don't know how this works. 52.
So if it's less than 50, you'd be saying the other one, but at the
Yeah,
other value.
your number's always going to be higher than 50.
Yeah.
50 or higher, basically.
52%.
Okay. Yeah. And then, last but not
52%
least,
high,
Sean,
hard,
the GameCube controller.
Gosh, I know people love that thing. I used to bring my GameCube controller to Smash tournaments
I
back
am
in the day.
I'm a controller truther.
I'm
See,
gonna say
I don't know where I stand on it, to be honest with you. I actually don't like.
I'm gonna say underrated, and I'm gonna go 68% because I think people really love that thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Like when I think back to being a kid, I love it, but I don't really like it as much these days.
I'm killing you.
Yeah, I'm going with the nostalgia there.
Thank you.
That's why I'm like, 68% people want to
All
bring
right.
that thing to Smash tournaments. Let's go.
So, fellas, I'm not going to lie. You guys all had the right idea here in that it was very close.
Man.
However, there's only one person with points this round, and it is Trav. Trav, you get 2 points by default.
Oh, spot on.
Okay.
No, he was just closest.
Oh.
Makes
17
sense.
shot, though 30. Yes.
Gosh.
He was
Okay.
just closest because
Man.
like his
That's fine.
because
That's
you
fine.
guys were under.
Yeah. And he
Think
was
about the
over.
optics, man.
I don't think.
Think about the optics.
So true, bestie.
Yeah,
I'm just
I think,
here.
I think you only get, no, wait. Do you get the points for being closest?
Yeah.
If you
Hold
don't
on.
know, who knows?
Yeah, you said that. Yeah, you get
That's
points
what
I
for
did.
the
that's
closest.
the whole thing this has been going on.
I just trust Nicco. Whatever Nicco says, I'm going with it.
Yeah, if you're
Honestly,
close.
yeah, I'm going to do it that way. If you're right and the other two are wrong, you have to be correct to get the extra point.
I'm not a correct person.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to be correct to get the extra point.
Yeah.
Man, I already the
So
rules
it's-
are disintegrating.
Okay. Well, hold on. The thing is, I'm like, man, I made the mistake of not having a calculator here with me. Thinking that I could just do all of this as mental math, and
Oh,
I
yeah, that's-
absolutely cannot.
That's a mistake.
I
Yeah.
can't believe this.
Well, it is what it is, man.
should sue.
Travesty. Here, hold on. Let's
Hi.
see. Let's see. So, Chris said 52. Sean said
I was off. Doesn't matter.
16.
68. And Trav said 65.
Yeah, she's fine.
So actually, I lied. Chris got the extra. Chris got the point for being closest.
Why am I even doing this?
Freak.
So yeah. Sorry, I should
I
have.
took it off,
should have
it's
stuck
okay.
to my own. I should have stuck to my own rules, and
You
I
should've.
am.
So
Well,
I
you
got
are
an
now.
I did-
extra point for being closest.
And you
Yes,
get
you got-
20
you got a
points for
point.
being real. Beep, beep, beep. I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry.
That's
What
your
was
stem.
that? Oh my god!
I'm in a
I've-
good mood today.
So
Have you
means I
not
got
heard
2
that sim before?
points?
No, you got one. You got one. Trav got one. Sorry.
Yeah. Cool. Great.
Okay.
Love this game so
So
much.
you just got one. Trav just got one.
Okay.
Sorry. So now the point total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Trav has 6, and Chris, you have 5. Sean has 2.
Piss off.
Okie dokie.
And the last one of round 1
Okay.
is Drew Carey. And
Okay.
who just went first? Did Travis went first? Chris, you're
Yeah.
up.
What is this?
Drew
Drew
Carey.
What
Carey.
is Drew Carey
This-
for
this
20
one-
points?
Sean put Drew Carey in
Oh.
by personal request
When did I do that?
when I proposed the idea. You were
What was
like,
it?
okay, but they have to meet this one criteria that you'll see later on.
I did write down Drew Carey. Why'd I do that?
and
I
you
wonder how
said
many
and you
People
said
assumed
Drew
Jim
Carey.
Carrey and just didn't
Why'd
know
I
who
write
Drew
that
Carey
Drew Carey?
was. I'd say
Yeah.
I can only go off of Whose Line era because he kind of went to the
Yeah.
TV show host game and just kind of living
Mhm.
life, right?
Right.
I'm gonna say underrated.
Okay.
I felt like he never got his due to being the host on Whose Line. He's always behind the desk, you know.
This
Right.
is the Drew
So-
Carey show. Sorry.
Eh, that show was on sometimes. It was okay. 63%.
60 what?
63%.
Thank you. All right. And who's up next? It is
Me.
Sean. Sean. What do you
I
think?
like-
Drew Carey. You
I-
chose him.
I don't know why. I really don't know why Drew Carey came to mind. Because he never does. But I'm gonna go.
Steph Curry.
No.
Steph Curry.
I'm gonna go underrated. And I'm gonna go. You know what? I feel like a lot of people are gonna say this. I think I'm gonna go 88%. Bring back the Drew Carey show, and the only thing I remember about that show is when they would yell "Cleveland rocks," and then the radio stations around me would play "Cleveland sucks" whenever we would play the Browns.
Damn.
Right. And
That's all I
Trav,
remember.
what do you think?
I'm going to say underrated, but not by a lot. I'm going to say underrated by like 55.
Mm-hmm,
Sorry, overrated. Overrated. My bad.
Overrated.
Oh.
I
Okay.
meant to say overrated.
A dissenting voice.
Okay. Nice. All right, folks. Are you ready to hear the results?
Yes.
Always.
Well,
Yes,
we
Papa.
have. I am pleased to announce
Mhm.
that somebody got it exactly correct. Somebody got it exactly correct this round. We're giving away our first,
Two.
second bonus point.
Okay.
So, Sean and Chris, you guys both got it correct.
Yay.
It is underrated. And
Okay.
Chris, you got it exactly on the money, 63%.
Ah.
I'd like to thank
Oh,
all the
nice.
people I had to step on to get here.
Yeah.
Is that a
all
barnyard
of you.
quote?
What? Is it?
That's a quote from the Barnyard movie.
There's no way that is.
Tom
know.
Kenny says it. He says, "I'd like to thank all the tiny people I had to step on to get here."
Barnyard step on. Why'd I?
Barnyard step on me.
Yeah,
Alexa.
Barnyard step on me for more information.
Alexa,
I
safe
wrote-
search off.
I wrote down Barnyard step on
Okay.
OM, and it just says stepmom of the birthday boy, and then Otis's
Barn
mom.
So that's like
Yard
8 points for me, right?
step on.
Let's
Quote.
see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for Chris. 1, 2,
Wait, what?
3, 4, 5, 6 for Trav,
I was
and 3 for Sean.
That's fine. We're coming back.
I have 7.
No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Do I get 3 points?
You got the extra point for it being closer, the
Yeah.
extra point for it being right on, and then the point for getting it correct.
You said the
Gosh.
second point, so I was like, oh, the second point.
The first second extra point. Somebody
I
gets
believe
the
you.
first time
it's
you
more
got it right
advantageous
on.
for me. I'm going with it.
It's
Thank
the
you for the
first
sub,
time-
Kevin.
It's the first time you got it right on. Anyway, folks, we are a quarter of the way through this thing.
Yeah.
How are we looking on time? That is a good question.
I'm here. I'm ready to win.
Yeah. So we got to speed it up. We do got to speed it up. So that's good actually. I've been taking it kind of slow. Round 2, folks, is potpourri. This round is anything. The first round was gaming, or media rather. First round was media.
I was like, how is you carry gaming?
And the second round is potpourri. So up first is Sean, and the question is soup.
Yeah.
Hello?
That's it.
It's
just
soup. Soup. Overrated or underrated?
Underrated.
Underrated?
Oh.
Underrated 69%.
Okay.
Gotta go
Sean
with the funny.
says underrated at 69%. All right. And next up, Trav, what do you think soup
Not enough
is?
people like soup. It's people think it's too much for them. They can't handle the texture. I'm going to say they think it's overrated by 72%.
That wasn't the funny number.
All right.
I have my finger in the pulse.
And last but not least, Christopher.
I think 90% of the 22 people said that soup is overrated. It's a monstrous concoction. No one likes soup other than Trav.
I'm killing you where you stand.
Overrated. All right, folks. This is a good round because Sean was the only one who was correct.
Let's go.
The crowd said underrated. They said underrated, and they said underrated by 72% said underrated.
So I got 72%. Both points?
Yeah, you get 2 points.
Oh my gosh, we're coming back, baby.
Because Chris's and Trav's were very far from.
That's fine.
Society is fixed.
We're very far from the number.
Society is fixed.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Society is fixed. Okay, folks. The next one. One is Crub. It's Crub.
Okay.
Is Crub overrated or underrated?
Oh, this is an egoic one. I don't think there's a way to answer this while looking good.
Well, guess what?
I'm the first one. I know.
Yep.
Yeah, you are the first one. It's Crub.
Overrated 54%. Mostly because I think there's some funny stinkers in this little crowd.
Sean, what would you say? What was your number, Chris? Sorry, my bad. 64%, did you say? 54?
54 sounds right.
My bad.
I already forgot.
Sorry, Sean. Sean,
I'm gonna overrated by 100%. I feel like it might be a bit.
And Trav?
I'm gonna pander to the crowd. I'm gonna say underrated by 70%.
Well, I'm pleased to say that Sean, you get 3 points.
Let's go!
And Chris, you get 1. And Chris, you get 1 point. There was no other option. You could only select overrated for Crub.
Okay.
And that's right, folks. You know why it's overrated, and you know what's not overrated is the Crub Patreon. That's right, patreon.com/Crub, where you can get hours and hours of content just like this, if not even more enthusiastic from the boys. We like to give you some good stuff here. Catch us at Crub Official on every social media platform except Twitch, where it's twitch.tv/Crub _official. Discord, crub.org/join. And folks, try it out for just 1 month. I'm sure that you'll love it. Throw $1 at Brody or throw a quarter at Brody, whatever we say. And we think you'll really, really love it. We have a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of passion goes into this, and we really appreciate the folks that support us. Now, Sean, that was huge for you. That was huge for you. You needed that.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought that it was actually like you could have voted both ways. I'm like, I feel like just people are gonna say overrated just because funny.
Yeah, no, I took the underrated option away.
That I like that.
I took the underrated option away. I didn't want the chance of it being a real question.
I felt like it would have still been close, though. I feel like it still would have been close to 100.
Okay, folks. The next one is funny group chat names.
Ooh.
Sean, funny group chat names, overrated or underrated?
Underrated, 82.
All right,
Love 'em.
all right.
Love 'em.
Sean said underrated for 82. Trav, what do you think? Funny group chat names, such as
overrated by 60.
such as You Up Gaming. You're saying overrated by 60?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And wow, burp right into the mic. Sorry, myself.
Amen.
Sorry, listeners. And Chris,
I'm not.
what are you saying?
This is a vague one, which has me unsure.
Well, okay, I will like explain it just a little bit. So it's funny group chat
Give me
names.
the
It's
info
like-
the audience got.
The info the audience got is funny group chat names.
That is, yeah, that's why I'm like, this could go either way. I'm going to say
Okay.
underrated,
Okay.
62%.
Okay.
All right, folks. So I need to do some quick maths here.
Okay.
Give me a second.
To elaborate,
One.
as Nicco does it, my thought is that
Thank you.
since it is a vague concept, people will project their own funny group chat names. And since their audience are socialites, and they love chatting, and they're always in groups,
Yeah.
Smart thinking.
and they all have names.
Yeah.
I think everyone would
Let's
read
not
that
go too far.
and go,
Yeah.
I am in a funny group chat. Underrated.
All right. I don't know
like
why
them.
I don't know why I needed the calculator for that. But
Made you
the
feel
thing
good.
is,
Well, the calc meme is
Uh,
still huge, Nicco.
calcs, right? That's true. I needed the calc. I needed my calc. I didn't even.
If you're new
think.
here, it's called a calc.
Gosh.
Oh,
Yeah, if you're not
Chad, if you've just joined the stream, calc is short for calculator. We're just using slang here. And
We're just using slang
Okay.
here, man. Yeah,
we're just using
chill,
slang
we're
here.
vibing.
All right, folks. So the answer is it is funny group chat names underrated, and it is underrated. Chris and Sean, you both have it correct. With
Yay.
Chris being
Huh?
the closest, as the actual split is 68.2%
Ooh, okay.
underrated,
Ooh.
and Chris
Can't
said
believe this.
62%. Sean said 82. Trav said
Yep.
40%. He said 60 in the other.
Just a
direction.
week away.
So I get a point.
And so Chris, you get a point. No, you get 2 points.
2,
And
yeah.
Sean, you get
Oh.
1 point.
1. Yeah.
Sean's
yeah.
coming back.
Now, the next one. Who started that round, fellas? Was it you, Sean?
No.
No? Who started
No.
that?
I
Me?
think it was Chris.
It was not me.
Chris?
Me.
Okay. So Sean is up next with dissing Zoomer slang. So, like,
Ooh.
So dissing Zoomer slang, is
I
it
need-
not the Zoomer slang itself? It's important here. Dissing Zoomer slang.
I need to
Is
look at
that
Zoomer
overrated
slang
or
real quick.
underrated? What are you looking for?
I need to look at just a couple Zoomer.
Like Riz and like
Baby Gronk.
Riz and Baby Gronk. Yeah, and people like diss it, and people like diss it all the time. They say like they'll go on TikTok and be like, these
gonna
like
say
these young
underrated.
kids these days can't speak anymore. You're saying what, Sean?
I'm gonna say underrated, but I'm doing it as dissing, as in like making fun of it while using it. Like, man, big Riz, man, big Riz. You know, stupid stuff like that, or skibbity toilet in my face.
Yeah, I
Stuff
get
like that.
interpret it however you want. It's just
That-
speaking negatively
yeah.
on it.
Something-
toilet in my face.
So you're
Stupid
saying
stuff
under,
like that. Yeah, so I'm saying,
you're saying
underrated because of how many
Mhm.
dumb like that. You can do dumb things like that. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I think it's still gonna be close. I'm gonna go 56% underrated.
All right. Trav, what do you say?
I'm gonna say it's underrated by 60%.
Mm-hmm. All right. And Chris, what do you say?
I've looked at our audience demographic to know their age, so I'm going to say underrated 73%. I don't feel like we have many people who would stand up and say, nope, it's overrated.
All right,
Yeah.
folks.
Hawk
Well,
Tula.
I have some news for you.
Okay.
Spit on it.
Everyone got it correct this round because we got an exact 50-50 split. This is an exact 50-50 split. And it is I'm giving everyone the point for it because it is the only 50-50 split that we will see
Damn.
today. So,
I'm fine with
and
that.
Sean, you get the extra point
Oh, 'cause that was
because you
closest.
said 56. Yeah. So Sean gets 2. Trav, Chris, you
Yeah.
get 1. All right. Moving right along here. Chris, start us
Fancy
off
free.
with no, Chris, you just did dissing Zoomer slang, right?
Yeah, come on.
Who
man.
just started?
I think
No,
I
I
answered that
started.
one.
I started.
Sean started. Okay.
Yeah, so now it's back
So
to Trav.
Trav is up.
Yeah, what's up?
Trav, the 90s. Are they overrated or underrated?
Ooh.
Oh, underrated by 75%.
Underrated by 75%.
Motherfuckers love nines.
You said
Speaker.
75 or
Probably.
79?
Yeah,
Okay.
75.
Sorry. Yeah. Chris, what do you think? The 90s?
I think they're overrated, and I think people are sick of nostalgia mining. So I'm going to say our audience agrees. I'm going to project that out. I'm going to say 68%.
Okay. All right. And Sean, you're up.
I think this one, going with Chris was going with, like, I feel like there's a lot of nostalgia that people are like, all right, shut up, just let the 90s exist. I feel that. I still feel like some people have a lot of nostalgia for it because, like, you have people like me that just want a new Chrono Trigger game. So I'm gonna go underrated. Underrated 56%.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, folks. Well, Chris, you're the only one who got it right. The audience has agreed with Chris that the 90s are overrated.
Let's go.
And Chris also happens to be the closest. Chris said 68,
We're like
Nice.
and the
closest to
actual
grave.
split is 59.1.
Ooh, okay. Ooh.
59.1%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be close.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Me when
I
I'm
get
close.
2.
All right.
Gosh.
Yeah, so Chris gets 2 and everyone gets none. Everyone else gets none.
Okay.
Nice.
Now, we're on to the round with special rules. This is the Nicco-isms round.
Oh, Lord.
I was waiting for it, I'll be honest.
And
I
honestly,
knew there'd be something. I knew it.
honestly,
Mhm.
if this runs long, we can
No, I'm ready.
probably
No,
stop after this round. But I do have 10 more.
I'm fine. Let's go.
Anyway, so the goal of this round is you have to say whether the audience agrees with me or not.
Oh no!
That-
Oh no!
I'm not gonna tell you how I feel about it.
Right.
Now, my
Oh, that's
question is,
awesome. I
You
my
like that.
question
should
is,
know.
here's my question though. Did they know that they were
No.
like on the Google Doc? Was it them still
They-
picking overrated or underrated, or was it they knew
This is
that they were agreeing with you
Double
or not?
blind. This is double blind. They just said overrated and underrated.
Okay.
Oh no! They didn't know it was a Nicco-ism.
That's
Oh,
good.
It
that's
says
though.
Nicco-isms at the top of the section.
Okay.
Like, so they knew that like these are like lore
Ooh.
things, but like
Okay.
but like they're not. They didn't know that it'd be like, oh, the ganger's gonna guess whether you agree or not. Like,
Yeah,
no,
okay.
They just said overrated or underrated apropos of nothing, and I also have an answer for each of these, and you guys have to guess whether they aligned with me or not.
Okay.
And I'm not going to tell you what mine is until after. So, starting with the very first one, Chris, tell us about dress codes. Do you think walk us through your thought process? Did the audience agree with me or not, overrated or underrated?
I'm going to walk them through what I thought because this did come up in our own private little chat a week ago, just about. And you expressed your opinion, and I remember reading it and going, yeah, I guess, but I never really had to think about it. And I'm going to guess that's where most people were. So I think under duress, let's say, to say it as worse than it is, I think people probably went, yeah, it's overrated because that's the negative response to a dress code. No one likes a dress code, right?
Yeah, no.
So I'm sure most people went, well, I guess I don't like it. And I'm going to say 72% because maybe we have a few people who are like really in a sweater vest or whatever.
It's really funny. All right, great line of thinking.
Yeah.
Sean, thank you for walking us through, Chris.
Yeah,
Sean, walk us through
overrated.
your thought process.
Oh, dress codes are
Overrated. Okay, but do they agree with me or not?
No, I think that you think that they're a little underrated, because you think, okay, they're needed for certain events, certain jobs, certain this and that's, and some people just don't care and sometimes like to push the envelope, and I know that's how you think, which is good thought process, but at the same time, if this is just thrown at me and it's like hey, just pick one, don't think about it too much, I'm going to say overrated, which I assume a lot of people did. That's why I'm going overrated, and I'm going to go with a 90% overrated.
Ooh.
All right. And Trav, what do you think? Walk us through.
I'm gonna say overrated by like 80%. I think when
Wait,
you see
Sean,
the prompt,
did you say Sean, you said overrated. Do they
Yeah.
agree with me or not? So you think
Oh.
that you think they don't agree with me?
Right.
Right?
Yeah. I think that they disagree with you because I think you think underrated and they think overrated.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
But you said 90%.
Yeah.
Overrated.
90% overrated. Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I have a bad documentation system here.
It's okay. Use the same notebook for everything.
Yeah, Trav, what is yours? What do you think? Do you think they match with me? Do you think they don't?
I mean, I now I have to think about like, wait, what does Nicco think about?
Yeah,
this?
what do
And
you think I think
Yeah.
about it?
We could tell
I
who's been
assume you
reading the
think
group
that-
chat. Is all I'm going to say.
I assume that you thought dress codes are overrated.
And what do you think the audience would say?
I would say overrated by like 80%.
Okay, so you're saying they agree with me.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah, I understand. I was just like, wait, hold
Yeah.
on. It was less that I didn't understand. It was more that like I was second guessing myself. Like, wait, I wonder if Nicco likes.
No,
dress
understood.
codes.
Well, folks, okay.
I'm ready.
Lot to unpack here. So
So,
Sean you did not get it correct.
okay.
The audience did agree with me.
Oh,
I think that dress codes are heavily overrated
okay.
because I want to wear whatever I want all the time.
Okay.
And I hate wearing suits. I think the wrong personality comes out when I wear like a suit.
I have a suit story one day.
The
Go on.
Green Goblin mask.
So Trav and Chris, you each get 1 point,
Yay.
and Trav gets the extra point. Trav gets the
Ooh.
bonus point. Trav said 80, and it is overrated by 81.8%.
Ah, okay.
Let's go.
So Trav does it again, man. After a long drought for Travelton.
I'm
just
so
feel like-
thirsty.
You got to get someone really
Yeah.
thinking about dress codes to be like, yeah, I like dress codes. You know,
Yeah.
off
That's
the
why I
cuff. I
felt
think
like
most people are just going to
The
be
thing
like,
is, I think most people are too indifferent. I think we should actively be fighting against dress codes. I think
into
most
it.
people are too indifferent, and I think they want their space to be pretentious. So, like, I don't.
Gosh.
I mean,
don't
there
like
are
dress
people like
codes.
that. I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like dress codes. Next up, folks, starting with Sean, is carpeted floor. Carpeted
Ooh.
floors. Do they agree or do they disagree? What do you think
Oh.
I think, and what do you think they think?
You think carpeted floor is very overrated because you want to be able to wear your shoes around. Simple as that. And you don't want to do that on carpeted floor. That's stupid. Get hardwood floor. We've talked about this. This is why you wouldn't like my house
Mhm.
because I have
Mhm.
carpeted floors. I'm gonna say they agree with it being
You think they
overrated
agree?
by 74%.
Mm-hmm.
Agree,
Mhm.
overrated 74.
All right. And Trav, what do you think? Do you think they agree
So-
with me? Do you think they don't? What do you think I think?
I think I'm going to project my own biases into this. I'm
Mhm.
going to assume that they don't agree with you because I love a smooth floor. Every floor I love is flat. Every floor is smooth. Every floor every floor I loved is carpeted. Let me get this straight.
oh,
I
okay.
love every floor I have is flat. Every floor in this house is smooth. I don't like it. I miss carpet. I love acoustically controlled rooms. And
Yeah.
it's harder to do that when the room is flatter than my chest. So I'm going to say people think carpeted is underrated by
Hmm.
70%.
Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
I do love carpets, by the way.
Wait,
Like
so you're
carpeting
saying
floors.
people think carpets are underrated? Do they agree with me or not?
I'm going to say that they don't agree with you.
Okay. And Chris, you are up.
The acoustics really touches on where I've been hemming and hawing because I feel like Nicco is a hard four kind of person, but it is a lot trickier to control audio with a hard four, right? And I could really see that swinging it just enough to where you're like, yeah, no carpet it all the way, right? And I think then we get to normal people who don't have to think about this kind of stuff. And they're like, well, They're warmer. They're less squeaky. They're less weird to have your little toesies on, your little piglets. So I'm going to say people disagree with Nicco. Carpeted floors are underrated. And I don't think people have a strong opinion, but I'm going to betray that and say 82%.
Okay. Folks.
This was contentious.
Yeah,
Ready.
get ready for this one.
So just tell me what to.
Sean was incorrect.
I hate life.
So no
your life
points.
too, dude.
No points for Sean. Trav was correct in that they agree with me. So Trav gets a point. And Chris, you get 2 points because you are also the closest. Chris said that they you said they Trav and Chris both said they disagree with me, which is true. And they have said that carpets are underrated by 82. No, they said carpets are underrated by 77.3%. Chris said 82. He is the closest.
I was like, that's what I said.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, sorry, listeners. This is a great audio experience. I thought it'd go a lot better. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's fine. It's fine. But
It's really funny. It's okay.
I do have one comment that I want to say though.
Yes,
I hate all of you.
No, not that. Rugs are the coward's carpet. That's it.
No, rugs are the ideal
That's all I
version
wanted
of
to
a
do.
carpet.
Just because I can't afford a nice house doesn't make me a coward.
Rugs are the ideal version of a carpet because you can
This is what I
move
wanted.
it, you can pick it up, you
Sean,
can
this is
wear
what I wanted.
shoes, like you can change it out if you
This is
wear
what I
shoes
wanted.
on it.
Sean?
Rugs are often more intricate than carpets so that you can like wear shoes on them. Anyway,
Thanks,
Sean,
Sean.
Exactly what I-
meet
yeah.
me on the webcam.
I
Come
think
here.
that carpets are overrated.
I can't look at my screen. It's really
What are you
bright.
guys?
Sean,
What are they doing?
meet me on meet me on the webcam, okay? I think you're wrong. I don't even remember what this bit was about.
Rugs? Carpets?
Oh, all right. So
Yeah.
look at me. I can't afford a good thing. Shit. I don't.
The singular good thing.
All right,
can't
we're
afford
not
a
getting to
good
these.
thing.
We're not. We'll put
And you
these last.
expect me to buy a house that has carpet?
We'll put
I'm
the
not
last
made of
5
money?
questions in the
Do
post
you
show.
think we're wealthy? All
We'll
right.
put the last 5
Yeah.
questions in the post show. Let's finish these bad boys up. We got 3 more, fellas. 3
I
more
can't-
is all I
My
ask.
webcam clamped. I don't know how to fix it.
Okay. Damn.
Well, while Trav fixes that, we're in final 3. Do we want to give where the points are as we head into the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get the point totals. Can you guys vamp for 2 seconds while I count?
Yeah, I love Van
Damn,
for
My
2
favorite
seconds.
character from Metal Gear Solid 2.
That taught me that bi meant vamp. No, vamp meant bi. One of the two. I don't remember.
I?
That was that thing. Yeah, vamp is a slang term for bisexual, and I learned that because of Metal Gear Solid.
Really?
I'll
Yeah.
buy. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
This is really unexpected.
I don't know if
I
that's
think
true.
I missed some of the points I got, so I don't know if I could tally correct.
I have it. I
Okay,
have a bad system, but I have a system.
I have a
so,
sense of fortitude.
In third place right now, with 10 points,
I lied.
is Trav. Trav has 10 points.
Pug
In
moment.
second place, with 11 points, is Sean.
Alora.
Yay!
And
Also,
in,
I lied about the
and
vamp
in
thing, by the
first
way.
place, in
That's
first place with 16 points
Oh,
Wow.
is Chris.
I have 17, so we'll split it and say 16.
17. 1, 2,
yeah,
3.
we're gonna do like a final Jeopardy thing where you have to like better points.
I only have 16. I only have 16 for you. But who knows? I'll audit it later. You're winning by a lot. Okay. So what's
How
the
do
next
you
one?
sleep at night?
Chris,
Poorly.
Wish.
what do we think
True,
of
me too, bro.
So the last 3, folks, last 3 Nicco-isms, remember, it's agree or disagree.
Yeah.
Non-stick coating. Non-stick coating.
Mm,
Do they agree with me? Do they disagree with me? What do you think I think? What do you think the crowd thinks?
who are you starting with?
Chris.
Me. I just don't comprehend how we got here. Non-stick coating?
Non-stick coating.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
does the audience feel about non-stick coating?
Yeah, what do you think
Oh.
they said first? What do you think they said?
I don't know. Overrated. I think they said overrated.
Okay, and what do you think I think about it?
Oh God, I know you said it in like the first 20 episodes of this podcast. I remember talking about it with you and Moriarty, and I think Sean.
Yeah.
I think you think it's overrated. I think they agree with you. Because it just feels like what's the way to put it? Like, you know, when you're sick and you can't breathe, and all you can think about is how you can't breathe, but when you're not sick, you don't think about breathing. I think it's a thing where once it inconveniences you, that establishes the opinion, right? But you're never like, oh man, I love nonstick coating. Man, I'm so grateful for nonstick coating. It's so underrated. Like, no one says that. It's overrated 85%.
85. Okay. Sean.
Okay.
Right.
That was really funny.
If these two say anything different, they're wrong.
I'm trying.
You and I have had these conversations, and like, the thing is, I don't know if your opinion has changed.
My opinion has not changed. These are not trick questions.
Okay.
These are not trick questions.
Well, I don't.
Yeah, these are things that I've had the same opinion for a long time.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, even back then. Anyway, I'm gonna say they agree.
And what are they agreeing with?
Agreeing that it's overrated. Because you don't really. The best dishes are made in those pans that like still have a little extra, flavor from past things. I like that. Trust me, it works. It works.
Everyone has a flavor is funny to me.
Everyone has that one skill that's like, man, I don't know why things still come out of this like a little like garlicky, but it's just the right amount every time.
And every time you start cooking, before you cook, you just start licking it like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm always doing this. This is why I'm not allowed at the Airbnb anymore.
I'm going to say overrated, but I don't think it's very, ones. I'm going to say 56% overrated.
All right. And Trav, what do you think? Do they agree with me or do they not? And so Sean, you're also saying agree, right? You said agree.
Here's my thought process.
Yes.
They are reading non-stick pan in a non-hostile environment. They're not going into this going... I feel like if someone's talking about the quarrels of nonstick pans, like how you get like microplastic poisoning, sure, I get it. But, when you're reading this unprompted, just like, what do you think about nonstick pans? I think people are going to be like, it's pretty pog, pretty cool. So I'm going to say they don't agree with you and that, what was I saying? Right. They think that they're underrated by about 60%.
Okay.
All right. Well, folks, I can tell you that the audience does agree with me.
I can't believe this.
I think nonstick coating is overrated, but they don't agree with me by very much. They only agree with me by 54.5%, which Sean said 56, so Sean gets the extra point.
So how many points do I get? 2 or 3?
2. Only 2.
Okay, I wasn't sure if agreeing with you and also getting the overrated was right or not. Okay.
Yeah, do I get a point?
Okay.
Chris, you only get 1 point.
Okay. I think that's where I've been confused because I only hear Sean gets an extra point, and I'm like, I don't think I get a point. But then I gave myself an extra point somehow, so I'm not sure what I'm thinking.
It's all good. I don't trust myself either. The thing is, I mean, Chris, you're running away with this thing. I don't think you really
need to be exactly correct.
Yeah. Chris, I think you should run away.
Run away.
All right.
Sorry.
Number 4.
Folks,
the
second
away.
penultimate. We're looking at pickles. Sean, pickles.
Pickle Rick.
Just says pickles.
Underrated.
Just says pickles.
Underrated. But I think...
And you're going to say underrated, but do you think they agree with me or not?
Oh, that I don't know. I don't know your opinion on pickles.
I actually don't know your opinion on grapes. Not grapes. Pickles.
Grapes? Yeah, same fruit.
Something happening for everyone's internet or just mine?
Also mine.
I think that's happening to all of us.
I think it's a Discord issue. Discord, okay. What the heck? We're trying to do a podcast.
Dude, I'm talking about pickles here. What's going on?
This is so funny. Oh my god.
I'm going to propose
no pickles.
I'm going to what if we all end the call and come back in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Be right back, everyone. This is epic.
Would you like to give your answer again for pickles? Do they agree with me? Do they disagree? What do you think I think? And what's your percent?
I don't know what you think about pickles, but you might be thinking Pickle Rick, and you think that that's pretty overrated. So I'm gonna go underrated.
So you're going to say they disagree with me.
They underrated. They disagree with you, and I'm gonna go with 62%.
Not a bad line of thinking.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I really don't know your opinion.
All right. Trav, what do you think? Pickles.
Bye, Trav.
He literally just phased off screen right as I called for him. I
It's so intentional. It's just like, all right, Trav, just stone face, like, well, my planet needs me.
For our audio listeners out there, Trav has like a green screen effect on him, and as soon as I said Trav, he stood up and faded into the background
of the Wikipedia article of Amazon
God.
Prime, Optimus Prime.
Oh my God! Yeah, Trav Pickles.
That's my
Pickles. Does the audience agree with me or do they not? What do I think?
I actually don't remember your opinion on pickles. I'm gonna assume you're a good person and say that you love pickles.
Wait.
So I'm gonna say, chat thinks that they are overrated by, I don't know, 65%.
I just came up with a thought. I think it.
Ooh.
I think a thing we're also not remembering is that Trav almost died to a pickle, so I think that Nicco is very against pickles now.
Trav, do you think they agree with me or you think they disagree with me? You said
I don't remember. I'm gonna.
You
hope
said
that they
overrated.
agree
You
with
said
you.
overrated for them. So you think they agree now?
Yeah, I don't remember
Okay.
what I said.
Okay, so you're saying agree and you're locking it in at 65.
Lock it
Chris?
I have no idea.
Really?
Out of all the things I've heard you have an opinion on over these years of knowing you, somehow we dodged pickles. So I'm going to say you think they're underrated. I think the audience thinks they're slightly underrated. Which
You think agree?
I think they agree. Mm-hmm. And since I have the brain of like a Yorkie, 48%. I don't know if I'm doing that right.
They mean
all right. So
52?
folks, I hate pickles.
okay.
I hate pickles, but the good news, Chris, is that you said agree, and it doesn't matter if you think that they agree with me or not. So you got a point for it. Trav also got the point for it because he then said agree. He was about to say not agree, and he said agree. Sean, you do not get a point for that. Now, I need to do these math totals. Someone's got the cricket sound effect. That is mean.
I think it's just a cricket. Might be mine.
I think there's just an actual cricket somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that's my window. My bad.
LOL.
Gosh, I love that. Like I had a comeback for a little bit and then just all L's afterwards. It's like yeah, and then nothing.
I was rooting for you, but then I kept going somehow. Sorry.
All right.
Another one.
Another one, baby. 1 second. Okay. So, Trav was the closest. The audience agreed with me. They said it's overrated by 81%. Well, 81.8%.
I'm killing our
so
audience.
almost 82%.
Damn.
And Trav said 65. He was the closest. Okay.
That's crazy. I thought people love pickles, bro.
I love pickles.
I hate pickles so much, man.
I don't like sweet pickles.
The thing is, for me, if I had a choice to like every food, I would like every food. It is not voluntary, and it triggers my gag reflex, and it's kind of unfortunate because it seems like everything that have pickles in them are fucking delicious. Swear jar me.
Yeah,
What
I
the
like
heck,
pickles on
bro?
the side.
It seems like everything that
I think
has
that's
pickles in it
Nicholas's
is delicious.
first swear jar.
I think
It
it
might
is,
be.
yeah. Might be.
Over pickles, no less.
Gosh,
Over pickles. Well,
yeah.
These are things I feel. Sorry, Sean. We keep cutting you off.
I don't
hate
care.
Sean.
I don't think we should let Sean talk.
No, you shouldn't. The only time I've ever had a pickleback shot. I don't know why I thought about this.
Huh?
But I had-
Pickleback shot?
pickleback shot. Have you not had a pickleback shot?
pickleback. Okay, we'll talk
But
about
it was-
picklebacks in the
pickleback
post show.
shots, bro.
Bringing it full circle.
We'll talk about picklebacks in the post show, folks.
No,
No, I need it now.
Okay.
You need it now.
Yeah, because I went to Sonic Rave and I did a pickleback shot, but it was like a jalapeno pickleback shot, and it was the worst thing I ever did in my entire life.
It's what Sonic Rave. That's awesome.
Yeah, I have a picture of me and Eggman.
I'd go to a Sonic Rave.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome, dude. I want to go to the Shrek Rave. Anyway, folks, here's the final one. Let's just get this out. Let's get out of the way.
Final one.
We're not. And also, let me float this idea to the class. So we're not going to do a Patreon question of the week this week because all of you contributed to this.
This is the subscriber question of the week.
Question of the week.
Pickleback shots are your fault.
Right, it's a question I asked you.
I have a question.
So, yeah.
God.
I'm not God, but I can listen.
What's the question?
Oh, okay. I don't remember.
Cool. Okay. Hit me, Nicco.
Okay, last one. This is the final one, fellas. Surprise parties. Do people agree with me? Do they disagree with me? And what do I think?
You going with first?
Who?
Trav. You're up.
I think you hate surprise parties because I hate surprise parties. I'm going to go with that, and I'm going to say Chad agrees with me because we are all mutual people who are on the spectrum and hate surprises. And that we hate, we think that surprise parties are overrated by 81%.
And next up is Chris. What do you think?
Pen to paper. That's about what I would have said. Yeah, I think Nicco thinks they're.
They disappeared.
I think Nicco thinks they're overrated. I think the audience agrees. I don't think many people like surprise parties other than extroverts, and extroverts don't watch gaming podcasts. So I'm going to say 89%. There's like one in here statistically.
I'm an extrovert.
Yeah, me too. But
you have two.
I mean, keep going, Sean. What do you think?
I am an extrovert, and I hate surprise parties. They can be fun if you're going to one, maybe. But even then, there's still awkwardness. I don't like to show up to people's houses whenever they don't know I'm going to be there. I don't like that. It's a weird thing. Surprise parties for maybe your grandparent or something. Sure, maybe. But anything else, no. Surprise party for me, no. Absolutely not. Overrated 100%.
That would be an important distinction. Sorry.
You're saying 100%?
100%, and they're agreeing with Nicco.
Okay. Folks, last one was an easy round to grade. Everyone is correct. I hate surprise parties. And our audience largely hates surprise parties as well.
Let's go.
Trav gets the point for this, gets the extra point for this one. So points all around. Trav gets the... Oh,
how do you keep hitting your hand?
I just slammed my pen against my hand, meant to unclick it. I had it backwards.
I slammed my pen against your hand.
Destroying Trav.
Check that out. Look at that.
Yeah. Well, audience, it is just a picture of Optimus Prime.
With a hole. And occasionally, whenever he pulls his hand back, there's a hole.
So
yeah, that's the damage.
So Trav got 2 points. Chris gets 1. Sean gets 1. Folks, how do we feel about this? How do we feel this went? We're gonna do the last 5 in the exclusive post show, which you can find at patreon.com/.
That was fun. I liked it.
Yeah. What do you guys think? While I tally up these score totals,
What were your favorites?
Some highlights, some not highlights.
Boy, what a barn builder.
What?
You're playing Farmville? What are we...
Barn build? Is that a backhanded compliment? Barn builder?
That's like when you get the whole county together to build a barn and everyone just has such a good time.
Paint a wagon,
It's
gonna
so
paint it good.
Typically they say barn burner for things that burn the bar down when they're
we're not doing that.
Excellent
We're
thing.
building it.
Barn builder is really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Sounds violent.
We gotta build that world.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I liked it when Sean lost. When it looked like he was going to win. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, it went from, this is going nowhere. Oh, I'm doing it. Never mind.
I had a good start, and then I forgot how to read.
I liked it. Good time.
Oh my God. We have, okay, well, I guess we don't have a tie because Chris won with 19 points.
Mm-hmm.
But Trav and Sean tied at 14 points each.
I don't like that.
Sean, we're both losers, bro.
I need someone who isn't me to go over this because I gave myself an extra point again somehow.
That's fine. I'll give you the 20. Whatever.
I'll give you the 20,
man. I'll give you the 20, man.
I swear, if he ends up winning by 1 point in the post show, I am going to come to your house.
He's not. No, I'm keeping him at 19. I think my audit is actually pretty thorough.
I'll go to Chris's house then.
But here's the thing, fellas. Trav and Sean, I think we got to do a tiebreaker for you guys.
Okay. Then do the next question.
I'll flip
Yeah.
dice.
The next
No.
question, and this one's just back to overrated or underrated. No more
I'm
of
fine
this
with that.
agreeing or disagreeing business. Never having played Kingdom Hearts. That is the entry. That is the entry.
Sounds
I
right.
promise. It's as written. That is the next one. Sean has just left the room.